After 9 months exploring the world, Coco Cay marks our last adventure before sailing back to where we started in Miami. After months of ocean views, we're excited to swap them for a garden or city view. The best part of traveling? Coming home to cozy comforts, simple home-cooked meals, and the warmth only home truly offers. Guess what? It's day 274. We made it. Our last day on this ultimate world journey. It's unbelievable. So we're at a perfect day at Coco Cay. It's our last port. They have special access for the world cruisers into Hideaway Beach. And I think they're going to do some kind of demonstrations or party, whatever. And we're here until 4:30. And then at 4:30, they're going to sail off. I don't know, they're going to go out for a while until sunset. Then after sunset, they're going to come back and they're going to do a big fireworks display for us for our ending of our ultimate world cruise. Like this was our first port, actually, when we left Miami.
That's why it looks familiar.
Yeah, we left Miami overnight, and then we came here, and this was our very first stop. And so it's like, I want to go back and look at that video and see how we felt when we first got here compared to now after 274 days, how we feel now. But we are definitely changed. After seeing the world, being on the ship for 9 months, it gives you a completely different perspective of the world. The ocean is very big. We spent 208 days of the 274 days cruising on the water. It's incredible.
You know, like what occurred to me, we call the planet Earth. And that's the wrong name. It should be called water, because there's way, way more water than Earth. And so, no more Earth. We're gonna call it water. We live on the planet of water. There's so much water, it's unbelievable.
Another fun fact that we found out about is that we actually crossed the equator
8 times, I think.
8 times. We crossed the equator 8 times on this cruise. That is amazing.
75,000 nautical miles. 75,000 nautical miles.
Yeah, can you put your head around that?
That's like 3.5 times going around the world on the equator.
I'll tell you what, we're tired. We're ready for our own bed at this point, and just kind of think about all the places we've been. Oh, I've never seen drinks with scuba masks. Scuba masks.
No, the funny one.
Okay, so we got the virgins coming up, okay?
What are you getting, a virgin?
I'm getting a virgin one.
Yeah, at this hour. Look at that. You diving into your drink?
Yeah.
So you have the Hideaway Bar and Pool, the Hideaway Hut, and this is where those cabanas are. And actually they gave away 2 cabanas on a kind of a lottery last night. So 2 of the guests actually got free Hideaway cabanas. Can you imagine? Coco Cay was our first port, and now it's our last. This Royal Caribbean private island offers endless adventures, water parks, and family fun. Check episode 2 for details. Today we'll skip the thrills, unwind by the pool, savor great food, sip drinks, and soak in the island's relaxing vibe for one final time. Today's joys are shadowed by tomorrow's goodbye, reminding us that even dreams must reach their end. We're heading back to the ship early to tackle final packing. Our challenge? Fitting everything, souvenirs, memories, and essentials into the suitcases we started with. Thankfully, we've tossed some old, worn-out items, donated some, but it's still a puzzle. Will everything fit?
Oh, it's ice. Yeah.
Wow.
See the ice ball?
Yeah, I saw it. Oh yeah. Oh, look at the lobsters. They have lobsters here, you know.
This is better to come through.
Yeah, that's better.
Wow.
Okay. Last supper, Teresa. The last supper.
Look at crab.
Okay, it's day 274, our last night on the ship, and we're waiting for fireworks. They're doing a fireworks demonstration on the Coco Cay, which is Royal's private island that we're at today. And then in the morning, we're going to wake up and go to the airport and spend 10 hours waiting for our flight. And then we're going to fly home to Bulgaria. So anyway,
We'll show you home.
we'll show you our home, and when we do this video, we'll tell you what our plans are for sure for this winter. But we're not going to stop traveling. Keep following us. Everybody on the ship is out. The captain's announced it. We're just in a holding pattern, waiting for 7:45 when it gets dark enough, and then the fireworks will be off. But yeah, everybody is out, and they're delivering champagne to everybody. It's like our last hurrah. The fireworks light up the dramatic sky, modest yet meaningful. To us, they symbolize something greater, a celebration, a farewell, a bang, marking the end of our journey that's so epic it deserves nothing less than this special moment. Awesome. Cheers, Zarko, to 274 days at sea. Around the world.
There was so much anticipation, and you were all so excited, and we were all so worried. I was thinking, uh-oh. Well, we hope this goes well. And I guess it really did go well. A real congratulations to all of you for being great adventurers. What an unbelievable step you took, and you really trusted Royal Caribbean. A once-in-a-lifetime, true, genuine exploration, and it was just amazing to watch all of this on social media and listen to all of the different stories that came from this ship. What an incredible time. I only now wish that we'd actually put a TV crew on board and made a whole, multi-part sequel of the trials and tribulations of the Ultimate World Cruise. I joked at the beginning of 9 months ago that the only thing that we forgot to do was to put the therapists on board. And again, after I left that event, I thought, yeah, we really should have put some therapists on board. But apparently they weren't needed that often. Now you've got a really big transition to undertake. And, many of you, not all of you, but many of you have got to go back to reality. So I'm sure you're asking questions like, where do clean towels come from? How do you cook an egg? So the second part of the question, or the other question, is, are we going to do another Ultimate World Cruise? And the answer is, yes, we are going to do another Ultimate World Cruise. The next part of the question is, well, when the hell is that Ultimate World Cruise? But we're announcing today that we are going to hold a Ultimate World Cruise reunion cruise. All right. And when we have the reunion cruise, we are going to announce the next world cruise. And when we announce the next world cruise on the reunion cruise, we will only open it for sale for those people who are on the reunion cruise. So the first 24 hours will be for you alone, so you can pick the best rooms and or whatever you want to do to make sure it works for you. So the reunion cruise will be literally 1 year from pretty much today.
Okay.
It will be in Alaska. So you'll go to Alaska, you'll be on Serenade, it'll be everybody you form relationships with, and it'll be on, I think, September the 7th. Yeah. And I think we may have a little video we're going to show. Let me get out of the way. So let's show the video for the Alaska reunion cruise. Okay, if you can, go book it today, tomorrow, the next day. What? It's too short? This is a reunion cruise. It's like a party. It's a sampler. Don't worry, we'll have the next world cruise ready for you. So we recognize that these ships are really important. This ship is 21 years old, and typically we think about a ship life as around 30 years. So to get to your question about, well, the next class, which is called Discovery Class, we've got two names for it actually at the moment. One of them is Discovery Class, and the other name that we've got is the Ultimate Family Adventure Class. So we don't know.
No.
Discovery.
No.
Interesting. And we're also talking about Royal Caribbean, you know, the Royal Caribbean International brand, and you know, all of the ships that we have, and you know, you mentioned Icon. Icon has just been a phenomenal success, but of course it's huge. It's a big, brand new class of ship, and it's doing an amazing job. People are incredibly happy on the experience, but of course that's a different type of demographic and a different focus. So we understand. We're trying to figure it out, I think, is the answer. We don't have the announcement to make. We're just really working as hard as we can and as intelligently as we can to figure out what this next class will be. For sure, this class will be a class designed for Alaska, designed for the Mediterranean, designed for
The world.
The world.
So we're working on it. Probably, maybe on the. Oh no, for sure. When we get to the reunion cruise, we'll know all about it. Yeah. From a planning, I think the most difficult thing was when we initially made the decision to embark on the Ultimate World Cruise. If you remember, we were kind of coming out of the pandemic. There was a lot of doom and gloom in the world. There was a lot of, you know, everything's going to be terrible kind of perspective, particularly in our industry, our business, you know, travel and in cruise. There was a lot of weight around us. So I think when I'm delighted that we made the decision to open and promote the Ultimate World Cruise at that time, because it allowed us to break away from all of that doom and gloom and talk about the beauty of travel and the adventure of cruise and the ocean sailing. But like everything in life, you know, risk, reward. You know, you all took the risk, we took the risk. I think it's been rewarding for so many people, including the crew. If you look at the global tourism industry, cruise, I think, is less than 2% of tourism. And yet often we're kind of targeted as the, you know, well, you guys are bringing a lot of people to destinations, which is true. People never really comment on the economic value of the tourism that, for example, cruise brings. In the Caribbean, for example, which is the kind of the center of cruise activity, I'm going to say a statistic. It's not just so I'm not quoted as giving an inaccurate statistic. This is an inaccurate statistic, but directionally, in the Caribbean, something like 60% of every Caribbean country's GDP is tourism. And in the Caribbean, over 50% pretty much of all tourists that travel through the Caribbean come on cruise. So there's always two sides to a coin, and in relation to the impact, there are some incredibly positive attributes that come from our business. For example, our crew members that come from 120 different countries around the world. We have generations, family generations of crew members who work with Royal Caribbean. There's many on board this ship today who've sent their kids to college, have made investments, have built a family life, have taken care of their elders, have lived a good life through their association with the cruise industry and with Royal Caribbean. On the issue of environmental impact, we, like everybody else, we're all part of the same community. Sometimes we feel like we get targeted as if we're trying to do something negative. That's not the case. You know, time passes, and as time passes, society's views change. At the moment, there's a highlight over all environmental issues. We've got some of the most incredible technology that we've invested in that allow us to stand shoulder to shoulder with pretty much any community that anyone here lives in. If you look at our waste management systems, our water management systems, the amount of garbage that goes from a cruise ship at Royal Caribbean into a landfill is tiny. If you look at the amount of garbage that goes from your home into a landfill, it's pretty big. We are committed to a bright future. We are putting a lot of time and energy and resources into not only our environmental impact, but also as it relates to our impact with tourism. And we have many conversations with communities about ways of planning for tourism. Some statistics, for example, in Europe, often the cruise is quoted as bringing too many people in. But if you do look at the actual statistics, cruise tourism as a percentage of tourism in Europe has declined. Things like Airbnb is a massive driver of tourism into cities, but often that's not talked about, sometimes it is. So it's a long, rambling answer. I think in summary, we understand we have a responsibility. We have a very clear roadmap on sustainability. We're investing heavily in future technologies. Every time we introduce a new ship, it is incredibly more efficient as it relates to carbon footprint. Obviously, in the perfect world, we would have loved the Ultimate World Cruise to be filled with Ultimate World Cruises from day one throughout the entire voyage. Of course, that's what we would like to have happened. It didn't. We planned for the regionals and then the individual itineraries. And obviously, as a business, we have to figure out how we can make sure that we're filling our ships. One of the things that we have now is experience. So we did learn a lot. We learned a lot about our pricing and how we went to market in the beginning. I think one of the reasons why we need some time before we're ready to announce the next World Cruise is we do want to take a lot of the feedback. We do want to work through it all, and we do need to understand how we're going to, as we call it, go to market with the product. The great thing is we've finished this World Cruise. It's been a huge success. There's been a lot of feedback. There's more to come, and then the next Ultimate World Cruise it'll be the same but different. And part of our mission is to try to figure out how can we go to market and sell all of our rooms on the Ultimate World Cruise so everybody's on the Ultimate World Cruise.
Right.
That would be...
Okay, it's our last day, and this is out of one cabin right here. These people. So everybody's getting ready. We have to have our bags out at by 1 a.m. And believe it or not, these are two little bags of ours. We have 2 bags, small bags, and 2 regular sized bags, and 1 carry-on. We have the same number of bags that we came with, that we're taking.
Oh, we came with 4 and we're leaving with 4.
Yeah. We got rid of a few things to put in the new stuff, but we do not have any more than 4 beds. Four check bags and 2 carry-ons. That's pretty good for 9 months. It's what we started with and we're ending with. So we really didn't do that much shopping. Our next chapter is slower paced travel, soaking in every moment. From Europe to Asia, we're diving deeper into culture, landscapes, and experiences. Stay with us. There's so much more adventure waiting to unfold ahead. See you in the next one.